Hey guys, this is Rabbit Hedgehog, and this is my first review ever done on my channel. And today I will be covering the NanoKEY made by Korg, which is the first in this series of nano controllers, and they are all, as you can see, totally portable and quite tiny actually compared to most keyboards, MIDI keyboards that is. And this keyboard still offers lots of functions considering how small it is, and you can actually do a lot with it. Now, besides it being incredibly small, which means that you can put it in a small backpack with your laptop, it also runs off it's actually bus powered, which means that all the power that you need for it comes right from the USB line, which goes straight into your computer, either a Mac or a PC. However, it's meant especially for laptops because it drops that much power, and it's great. So let's start with the review. Now, this keyboard is actually velocity sensitive, which means that each key models a real instrument in that you can control dynamics and tone just by varying your strokes on each key. Basically, you can tap softly on one and the note will come out on your computer as soft, or you can hit it hard and it'll come out loud, which is pretty cool, considering they can get this keyboard for about only $50, and that's a pretty advanced feature for such a keyboard. The keys themselves pretty much resemble laptop keys, and they make the same sound, as you can hear, and they look kind of like them too, except I think they're a little harder to press, which may be good for a keyboard, but I would actually prefer softer keys. Anyway, I think they have some rubber underneath each one to pad each press, but you can't have to get used to it. But I think it's perfectly fine right now. As you can see, the keys are kind of wide, which is really nice. They're not particularly long, of course, but they are wide, and so it fits in 2 octaves here. And then, of course, with these buttons over here, you can access even more octaves. So there are 6 buttons here. Aside from the 2 octaves, you can actually there are 2 buttons here for octave up, and octave down, and so you can actually access all of the octaves in the selected instrument or computer available to you. So then if you press the octave up again, that's pretty high, and then of course you can go way low too. Wow, that's the lowest note on the electric piano on GarageBand. I thought it was kind of cool here. Actually, this is the original octave, and then once you go down one, it turns green. Once again, it turns half of it is green, half of it's red. Again, it's only red, and after that it's blinking red, except it doesn't even go that low on this one sample for electric piano. And then there's also buttons for pitch up and pitch down. And then there's a button for mod. Basically, you can install various programs for MIDI controllers on your computer. I'm not really sure yet, but I know this is possible. And you can assign to your computer what this mod button actually, how it mods the sound that's coming in. Right now it does this weird octave effect sort of thing. You can hear it. Or it doesn't really work on that sample. Here, let me get a synth. Here's a different one. And it's playing in CC mode right here. It kind of annoys me actually, and I haven't put it to use yet, but it seems like it might be slightly useful. Basically, if you're not using your keyboard to input music at the time, or if you just want to select a couple of the notes, like say C to G, you can make them by choosing CC mode, not to input notes, but instead assign them to various controls for your music making program. So say using a different program, and you can assign to CC mode with this C. You can instead make it maybe a button to control volume down, and this D can be volume up, and this can be, I don't know, like tremolo, and this can be reverb, distortion, or stuff like that. Or if you're using finale or Sibelius, you can make this one be, assign a sharp, or assign a flat, or assign a natural, or assign staccato, or assign like marcato, or stuff like that. The thing is that actually when you're playing, generally I play mostly in this octave, and I hardly ever play in this octave. So if you're playing, you can easily knock this really easy button to push otherwise. And then actually, while pressing CC mode, if you don't have any directions assigned to any of these keys, then it will actually just mute the entire keyboard. And then if I'm playing something cool, and then I accidentally hit it, oh no, I can't play anymore. My recording's all ruined. Well, of course it's not actually ruined with the new technology these days with editing, but it's pretty annoying actually. I wish they had maybe assigned the octave up to here, the octave down right here, and CC mode right here, something like that, but they didn't. And that's, understandable, but whatever. Let me just say that I really like this. It's kind of blurred in the video, but I really like how they lit up the Korg thing with LED. It made it kind of futuristic and retro. Not that it already is totally awesome and retro. And to wrap up this review, I'm gonna tell you the truth, which is that this is a semi-decent keyboard, in that for its extremely low price of $50, it is a great keyboard. Most MIDI keyboards out there cost hundreds to thousands of dollars, and so this is really a great deal if you're just starting with MIDI input or electronic music or anything like that. The functions are very limited with these 6 buttons right here. Although I love using a pitch bend, of course. Who doesn't? Anyway, I would have wanted to see like maybe some volume controls for your, or like levels for your different instruments maybe, or just some extra functions which pair with your and sync up with your program. And that's it for this review. This is Rabbit Hedgehog. Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out my Flash game website, Furble.com, and image hosting website, Uply.us. Thanks. Bye.